I just want to put it into perspective for some of you guys, what you guys can expect to earn and what you guys can expect to get with your college degree, because you guys have been seriously lied to. So I think pretty much everyone's goal when they graduate college is to get a good job that pays really well so that they can afford to buy a home, and go on vacation and live a nice life, right? American dream. And that's what school sells you on, right? They make you take out tremendous amounts of debt, right? Just so that you can have a chance to live out that dream. And I'm going to explain why trades are such a better route to go, because this is what you guys are going to get when you graduate, and this is what you can expect to earn and what you can expect to buy. So as it stands right now, the average home cost in America is $416,000, right? And for most loans, you have to put at least 20% down, okay? So you're going to have a mortgage of $332,000. And this is on average, right? I live in South Florida. The average home cost is way, way, way higher than this, okay? So your monthly payment is going to be around $2,200, and that's with an interest rate of 7%, which is the average interest rate going right now. Then with property taxes, yada, 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 all that extra stuff, here is the amount that you're going to need to make, okay? You see this? You see how much you're going to need to make annually? You're going to need to make at least $116,000 annually to able to afford a measly $416,000 home. And in case you were wondering, the average salary of somebody with a college degree is around $60,000. And that's the average. That's not just including people who just graduated. That's including people who graduated 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So you'll have to make around double the average, be able to afford the average home in America. Not to mention, you probably have student debt. And what's the average payment of somebody with student debt? It's around $500 a month. So to be able to afford to pay off your student debt, plus to be able to afford the average home in America, you're going to need to make around $150,000 a year. That's less than 10% of the population. And the majority of those people in that 10% we're talking about doctors and we're talking about lawyers, right? It's not the average degree holder, okay? And so the idea that you can live out your American dream with a college degree is just completely far-fetched, because 90% of you will never be able to afford a home. 90% of you. And this is why it is so important to consider alternatives. Alternatives that get you 4 years of experience rather than 4 years of debt. And there are so many alternatives that pay so well. If you're not familiar with digital trades, right? Trades have always been a thing. They've always been an alternative to getting a degree. But now we live in the digital world where there are digital trades, and you can do these trades from the comfort of your home at your computer and give these services to brands and to companies and clients from anywhere in the world. Here is just a small, brief list of digital trades that you can offer as services. And you don't have to go into debt to learn any of these. The internet is a free online resource of education. There are people who get started in things like graphic design and SEO who freelance and offer these services and start at 6 figures a year. Coding, cybersecurity, they pay so much. AI technologies, right? And you can't even learn anything AI really technologies as far as going to getting a degree in, because it moves so quickly that it's just not feasible to teach it. And the only way to learn it is to be in it. So don't be brainwashed or gaslit into thinking that the only route that you have for success is to go to school, get into debt, and get a degree and get a job that maybe lets you to retire at 65 and never be able to afford a home, because that is now the worst way to go about it. The majority of these trades you can learn completely on your own and then work your way up, and you would have 4 years of experience rather than 4 years of debt like your peers. Because the fact that you have to make double the amount of the average salary in order to afford the average home price in America is insane. And for you to think that you can still get there, and I'm telling you, the only way to really get there is you have to be like a doctor or a lawyer. And they're still selling this lie to you that you can get there with a degree. It's crazy. It's nonsense.